All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down and rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, "The dollar is on his way out," or "Physical cash is on his way out," or whichever title, or whatever title Yahweh Shai sees fit, I'll use. But Lord Wills, brothers, can see on the screen, I have this article here from the Zero Hedge, and it says, "Dollar down 20% since 2020, Biden blames greed." All right, and even before, where 2020 was the kickoff year for the pandemic, the C-19, which the large reason why the value of the dollar, and even before that the pandemic even went down, the dollar had already lost like 80% of its purchasing power. All right, way before the pandemic even started, but with like 80 or 90% of its purchasing power. All right, because like the guy Mike from Rethink the Dollar brought out, you got to think back 30, 40 years. And, he has a chart. When you watch his videos, he has a chart of a dollar and then all the presidents like in front of the dollar. And it shows the value of the dollar continuing to go down with in and out of each president's term in office. All right. It continually went down. All right. And that's all by design, because again, the plan is to get rid of physical cash and usher in digital cash, which the end goal of that will be the microchip embedded inside your hands or your head to buy and sell things. That's the end goal of the digital money system. That's the end goal of it. All right. But yeah, even before the pandemic even happened, the value of the dollar was already down like 80%, 80 between 70 to 80% before it even happened. And then with all the mass money printing and certain other things that were going on, but mainly all the mass money printing for all them stimulus checks and whatever, it helped further tank the dollar. All right. So now it's saying now that since Biden's been in office, it tanked another 20. All right, which pretty much the U.S. dollar is pretty much worthless, man. All right, and again, like the guy Mike from Rethink the Dollar was saying, you go back 20, 15 years from now, 20 years ago, 20 or 40 or 50 years ago, and because it's not that the value of the things are going up in price, it's just the value of the dollar goes down. When the value of the dollar goes down, it takes more dollars to buy things. All right, so the value of the dollar is tanking. People are thinking, well, yeah, these companies or whatever need to lower prices and all that. It's not even really that. It's the fact that the purchasing power of the dollar is down, way down. That's why things are so high. That's why 40, 50 years ago, you get a tank of gas, some gas for 50 to a dollar, 50 cent to a dollar, 75 cent. Now gas is on its way again to $4 again. And that's all because the value of the dollar is going down, and also the oil markets and certain other things as well. But mainly the value of the dollar is going down. All right, because the more the dollar, how much it costs to buy barrels of oil for them companies to buy or sell barrels of oil, then the dollar goes down with that. But then also with these companies and all of that as well, it's not that their products are they're raising prices on the product. The value of the dollar is just going down. So now it's just taking more money to make things and more money to purchase things. All right. But it's going to continue to tank until it's completely and utterly worthless. All right. So it says, assuming the CPI measurement are not under understatement, the dollar value has plummeted by a staggering 1/5 since 2020. Yet, rather than acknowledge its role in fueling this economy turmoil, the Biden administration deflects, casting capitalism and corporate greed as the villains. That last February, the CPI data showed more signs of upcoming inflation bloodbath, and that's what's coming. All right, because the dollar is about to go completely and utterly to zero, and this is a good chart right here. So I don't want to read the whole thing. It says the ongoing prices increase largely reflected growth in prices of food, services, electricity, and shelter. And again, it's all because the value of the dollar is going down. All right. For example, prices of food always from home were up 4.5%. February over the previous year, gasoline prices fell to 3.9% over the period, but electricity was up 3.6%. Prices for services, less energy services, rose 5.2% year over year, while shelter rose 5.7% over the period, which is your house, your apartment, and all of that. Pulling out relative energy and food prices, we find prices inflation remains stubbornly high. So-called core CPI growth remains near 4%, double the 2% target, keeping prices inflated, growing near a 30-year high. In other words, the core CPI is a long way from returning to normal, and it ain't going back to normal. Moreover, the February month-over-month increase hit 0.4%, which is largely increase uh, recorded in 1 month since April 2023. Um, okay, let's read what Biden has to say here. It says, in recent month, this is Biden blames corporations' greed. In the recent months, supporters of the current regime have repeatedly claimed that inflation is falling or otherwise rapidly disappearing, which is a lie. Paul Kirkman, if I pronounced that right, has been one of the most vocal cheerleaders claiming the problem of price inflation is solved. Now, and these people they're not even delusional, man. They're just paid to go up there and give speeches, not even give speeches half the time. Well, they're paid to give speeches and then not answer questions. Because they'll give a speech saying, well, look, it's slowing down here, it's slowing down there, inflation is slowing down here. But then when they time to ask questions, they walk off the podium. All right? Ain't nothing going down. They're lying and saying, like Janet Yellen and all of them, they're lying and saying that, inflation is going down and all of that. Ain't nothing going down. Everything is steadily going up. The February numbers, however, have proven troublesome for the narrative because it is becoming increasingly clear that price inflation is not, in fact, rapidly disappearing, rather than month-to-month numbers suggesting prices inflation is growing. Moreover, cumulative prices inflation over the past 4 years has been enormous. The CPI increased by 19.9% from February 2020 to February 2024. In other words, assuming the CPI is correct, it isn't lowballing the real extent of price inflation. The dollar has lost 1/5 of its value in 4 years, right? 1/5. This has been devastating for many savers and for those on fixed incomes, which is pretty much every American. All right. And then you can't just point the finger at Biden because, I mean, Trump, everybody's cheering for Trump. All these devil's crackers talking about cheering for Trump to get back in there. Whose names is on those stimulus checks? Those first few stimulus checks that were given out that helped further inflate the dollar. The value of the dollar caused the value of the dollar to drop. But that's one of the main reasons why. Because all the mass printing of the money. All right. The more it is of anything, even money, the less value it holds to itself, to it. And then it didn't help. Now that Saudi Arabia has allowed other countries, and they're about to full force do it, allow every country, and more than likely cut off the U.S. dollar, which would kill the petrodollar, finish off the petrodollar. Not only with the mass printing of the money or whatever, now you got Esau's got that problem, all right, because they just joined on the BRICS, and you better believe they're gonna come up with some new form of payment that other countries are gonna have to get down with in order to purchase their oil. All right, like I think it was India. They Then I forgot what currency they purchased oil in. But that was the devil. Now you don't even have to have U.S. dollars to purchase oil. All right. And when they sell them treasuries off, man, when they sell off a large number of U.S. treasuries, then you're gonna see the debt market collapse, which that's really the end all be all that the guy will be bringing out. All right, debt market collapse. Now after that, the stock market will collapse, and then life in Babylon, as you know, it is over. We're talking a whole new ball game. All right, but Esau's got the solution. All right, order ab chaos, order out of chaos. He's gonna tank the dollar and come in with the solution, which will be the Charagma. All right. And the masses of people are going to take it because they don't see any other way out. All right, they want their life to go back to normal, and Esau is going to tell them, look, you want your life to go back to normal or whatever. All you got to do is take the Quran, and the masses of people are going to fall for it. All right, especially Christians. Like Elder Tahar just did a video saying that 99% of the Christians are going to take the Quran, which is true. All right, because they don't believe in the Most High. They don't trust in the Most High. The proof of that is when the C-19 came. They rolled up their sleeve. They held their nostrils together so Esau could held their nostrils up in the air so Esau could poke that whatever the hell that was up their nose, up into their damn near up to their brain. That shows the Christians have no faith. All right, but it says yeah, that's all pretty much I want to read, because everything else is Biden, lying or whatever. But yeah, man, all this is just proof. The value of the dollar continues to go down. So like the value of the dollar continues to go down, and it's all pre-planned. All right, it's all pre-planned because Esau wants to tank the U.S. dollar, wants to destroy the U.S. dollar and all physical cash. Esau wants it out of the way so he can usher in the MOTB, Charagma. Which everybody in the world should know what the Charagma is by now, or what the Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 and 17 is speaking about. All right, by now. Matter of fact, let's just go there. I had another scripture, but I'm just hit Revelation. Salakia. It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. So no matter what status of life you're in, whether you're rich, there's no more middle class. It's really either poor or you're rich. Whether you're rich, poor, living on the street, just living above water, all right, you're going to have to take this Charagma, all right, if you want to continue to function in this society. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. And really homeless people, they really ain't even worried about it. You got to believe, because they're already at wits end or whatever. They're so I mean, I'm pretty sure Esau offer it to them, but they were really going to be the ones that's like, man, F that, I ain't taking that. They already been on the streets and all that, so they know what it's like. But people that have the job and have a roof over their head and have a decent job and all of that, they're the ones that's going to line up and take it. So it says he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, whether you're in prison or not, free or bond, to receive the Charagma, which is the microchip technology, in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that have the Charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? So it says that no man might buy or sell. How do we buy and sell now? With fiat currency, U.S. dollars, or other fiat currencies, all right, or whatever, all right, dimes, coins, nickels, paper money, debit cards, credit cards. All right, so the Lord said, if you don't have the Charagma, or if you don't have the Charagma, you won't be able to buy and sell things. So what does that mean? The dollar has to go. All right, physical cash has to go. Credit cards got to go. Debit cards got to go. All physical cash has to go. And this has been the plan, to tank the U.S. dollar, destroy the U.S. dollar, and all other fiat currencies. All right, and set up the next system, which will be a complete and utter digital money system. All right, and that's another. And the point and the plan, and also is to get the people, in a state of desperation. You're seeing people on TikTok and all that crying and complaining about not being able to afford this and not being able to afford that, or working all these jobs and still can't make ends meet. All that is a part of the plan, to get the people in a state of desperation so they'll take the Charagma. The people are desperate. Like now, they're desperate. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory again unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.